In 2009, Walmart in one of its survey asked the customers, would you like Walmart to be less cluttered? Naturally, everyone said yes. Who doesn't want the place to be less cluttered? In response to the insights from the survey, Walmart removed 15% of its inventory. The result? Walmart lost $1.85 billion in sales. But if only they changed this close-ended yes or no question into something more open-ended question like, what would you like to change at Walmart? And they would have come up with better insights from that. It's never a good idea to come up with a hypothesis and validate that with a yes or no or a very objective question. You have to understand why people are saying something or what is the core reason behind them asking you to do a certain thing. And if only the Walmart team would have dug deeper, they would have found out there are more critical pressing issues to be solved than removing 15% of the catalog. User research is only as effective as the questions that you ask. Whether you're trying to gather feedback on the current thing that they are doing to achieve their task, whether you are trying to figure out if one of the features is useful to them or not, or you are trying to discover what sort of problem bothers the customers of the business, or you're just trying to understand that if the customers will prefer one solution over the other. Before understanding what is the deeper insight that you're looking for, what is the objective from this research, coming up with problems is never going to help. Probably this was the thing that was wrong with Walmart, because they were not sure about the research objective, and the team that was hired were majorly involved in increasing the profits and how Walmart can make more money. Instead, they end up losing money for Walmart. Questions in any user research can be categorized into three parts based on the problem, the people, and the product. Now let's talk about the questions that you can ask the users if you want to get more insights about all these three parts. So the first question that you can ask is, what problems do you face while doing this task? The second question that you can ask is, what is the goal behind trying to accomplish this task? Why are you doing this? The third thing that you can ask is, how are you solving this problem currently? Number four, describe the ideal solution that comes to your mind for solving this problem. So the idea with all these questions is not to tell you what exactly to ask, but keep this open-ended so that they can give you their opinion, their perspective, and the story. So you can also ask, when was the last time you faced this problem? And this will give you a certain bit of idea about if, they have faced it recently and what sort of experience they had, what did they do afterwards, and that is going to help you quite a lot. Now, talking about the questions that you can ask about the people, the users, you should ask them about when do they face this problem generally? When was the last time they faced this problem? What sort of thing that they did? How much are they currently paying to solve that problem? Are there any products that they are using currently to solve this problem, whether directly or indirectly? These sort of questions will give you a general idea about the person, what they are thinking about, what matters to them, if this is a big enough issue for them to spend money on for paying for your product. These questions will give you a broad understanding of who this person is and what do they care about. Now, talking about the questions that you can ask about the product, you can understand what sort of features you use the most, or when do you use this product, and you can also understand about what things that you like the most or what sort of things you dislike the most. Another way of asking the same question is, what is the one thing that you cannot live without, or what is the one thing that you would like to change about the product? These sort of things will give you an idea about if the person is happy with your product, what sort of things are working for them, or what else they would want on the product. So this will give you a general gist of the product as well. There are a few things that you should generally keep in mind while doing any sort of research. First, the question should never be close-ended. So you should not ask a true-false question or something that a person can answer in one word. Rather, ask them to share their story, open up, and just lead you to the insight. If they are giving you very small answers, talk about a specific time in the past when they face this problem. This is going to give you much deeper insight than just asking, hey, if you're facing this problem. Second tip would be, take one question at a time. Don't try to merge 2 or 3 questions just for the sake of getting the questions less. The number of questions is never a problem unless the user is getting bored, and for that you can keep asking them questions around the things, ask them to share stories, and people love to share stories. Third tip in this would be stay neutral, don't ask leading questions. So even if the users are saying something that validates your hypothesis or invalidates your hypothesis, stay calm. You are there to learn from them, not validate your hypothesis or invalidate it. That's a later part of it when you do synthesis. Your job as a researcher is to find the truth, not to look for opinions or validations or seek for the appreciation for the product. That's not your job. You just need to find the truth. And the fourth and last tip would be don't help the users. If they're struggling with answering some questions, don't jump in and try to help them, but give them time. They will figure it out. They will tell you the insight, and that's the best thing that you can do. So these are some of the tips that you can follow to ask the questions that will help you do better user research. If you enjoyed this video, you would definitely enjoy this video where I have shared about 9 questions that you will be asked in your next UX interview and how to answer them. Go check that out, and I'll see you in the next video. Till then, happy designing.